What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. And this one, oh, I'm so excited for this one. We're about to crank out the longest run of my entire life. Not just this training block, but literally of my entire life. It's about to go down. We are in the Tetons. If you see right here, that is Grand Teton. We are in Wyoming/Idaho, my favorite place on earth. This is mountain training part 2, Teton edition. We're not in Yosemite anymore. If you missed those videos, go check them out though. This is gonna be a big day for me because it's gonna be a huge test of this hybrid training. Has it been working? Can we finish 9 miles here in the mountains, in the Tetons, high elevation? We're at 6,769 feet right now. That's kind of high. Losing my breath just talking, so let's get down to business, guys. This is gonna be epic. My name is Brady Oki. I'm a men's physique athlete, a coach, a mentor, a business owner, and my life motto is be uncommon. Welcome to my new series, From Stage to Summit, as I not only try to maintain top bodybuilding shape, but also dive into a hybrid style of training that is going to transform my body into a mountain athlete that I need to be in order to trek for 2 weeks through the Himalayas to the base camp of Mount Everest. We are coming up on our first mile. This is a beautiful trail. This is bear country. I have seen bear out here before. This is moose country. I've seen a lot of moose out here before. So we got to keep our eyes open a little bit. So this is really good elevation training because we're sitting pretty close to 7,000 feet now. We can definitely feel it, but I think we're already doing a little bit better with the practice that we had in Yosemite. All I got to do now is figure out how to acclimatize to 17,500 feet when I'm at the base camp of Everest, but we'll figure that out when the time comes. Now I know you guys probably can't see this, but right up there, you can actually see the ski lifts. My favorite snowboard ski resort in the entire country, Grand Targhee, which is basically on the opposite side of Jackson Hole. It is a hidden gem, tons of pow days there, but that's where I had a season pass while I went to college out here. So, but hey, we're still pretty early in the video. Give this video a like. I'm noticing right now the likes are kind of going down, but the views are still there. So it's just like I'm not getting the likes. So you can do me a huge favor by just clicking the thumbs up button. We got some more miles to hit. So we're at about 2 miles now. Maddie's got to go check out the water. Little pit stop. Oh, that's amazing. Look how clear it is. Maddie is dunking her hair in the water right now. Oh my goodness. I guess we're taking a little pit stop, guys, but we're gonna get back on the trail here in a second. By the way, fuel-wise, I have, just so you guys know, this is half a scoop of G1M Sport and half a scoop of BPN electrolytes. This is just water right here. It's not too sweaty of a day, thankfully. It's all nice and dry mountain air, and it's not too hot, but you definitely want to get your electrolytes in regardless. And I also have some gels on me from BPN. I haven't hit those yet, but usually hit those around the 45-minute mark, so I might slam one of those here in a little bit. But you ready?
Call that a brain zap. You just, there's a black fly on you.
Oh my goodness.
A fly, you just got a fly by.
Okay, pretty big moment for me. We just hit the 8-mile mark, which is officially, every step I take is now a distance PR. Now, just to think, 7 weeks ago, I was competing at nationals, NPC nationals in South Carolina, stepping on stage as a men's physique competitor. And now here I am in the Tetons at elevation, about to hit 9 miles. It's awesome, man. It's just cool what the body can do when you want something, when you're willing to work for it and push for it. Now, you wouldn't think there would be that much carryover from bodybuilding to running, trail running, all this stuff, but there really is. Maybe not so much physically, but mentally, because for instance, a show prep is long and grueling. It is definitely, in a sense, an endurance sport. It teaches you to just embrace the suck, keep going one day at a time. Eventually you get there. Same thing with running. You go through these hard spots where your hips hurt, your feet hurt. You're wondering, when is it gonna end? But no matter what, there's always a finish line. The suffering comes to an end, and I love that. And I've actually been able to carry over a lot of the lessons I've learned from bodybuilding into my running journey so far. But we are just getting started. We're actually 4 weeks out. 4 weeks out, guys, from our first ever trail race, 25K, which is 15.5 miles, which is this plus 6.5 miles. It's gonna be crazy to get it done. But hey, you command your body follows the mind. You tell it what to do and make it happen. We have finished 9 miles, mile PR. I had 3 major wins from that run. I want to talk about real fast. So the first one being the fact that I just ran 9 miles. Previous record was 8 miles. Now it's 9 miles. Next week we got to do 10 miles. It's like every single week right now we're like breaking mileage PRs. The win number 2, dude, I'm too jacked.
So
this is like so hard. You know,
this
this is an XL, by the way. This is an XL, and when I put it on the first time, I was like, ooh,
can't get it all.
not too much room. Just to prove how huge I am, guys. But anyway, win number 2 was my hips. So I've probably complained about my hips before, but my hips are jacked up, and when I started running 7 weeks ago, it's been 7 weeks, like they would start hurting at half a mile in, and I decided I was gonna just suck it up and force them to get better by just running through it and that stuff. So I am doing like some rehab stuff for it too. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video. But I actually made it to mile 7 without my hips hurting, and then they hurt really bad for the next 2 miles. But that is huge for me because like that's been a huge pain. And then win number 3, this one's a big one. This one's more of a mental one. As you notice, I'm not wearing trail running shoes right now. I'm wearing big, beefy hiking boots, and that's because I'm an idiot. And I think I just got like so excited and so hyped up for this run today because I'm running in the Tetons in a place that I love so much, and I was gonna break a mile record and like all these awesome things. I got distracted and I forgot my trail running shoes. And like Maddie and I are like literally getting ready to go on the run, and I had my canes on, and I'm like, I didn't bring my running shoes on a run. By the way, the flies are attacking me right now. So I was super annoyed, to be honest. You know, like you build something up so much and then you do something so stupid. Then Maddie's like, hey, well, you actually still have your hiking boots in the back of the truck. And I'm like, I don't want to run the most miles I've ever ran in my entire life in hiking boots, in big, thick, bulky, waterproof, heavy hiking boots, you know what I'm saying? And then I just like, I had a moment where I was just like, dude, this is like one of those tests where in the moment, things aren't always gonna be perfect. Maybe on the race we do, the 25K coming up, maybe it'll be bad weather. Maybe
you'll forget your shoes.
Maybe I'll forget my shoes. Hopefully that won't happen. Like there's always gonna be some sort of excuse to just ruin your day or whatever, but you just have to like get over it basically. So I, in the moment, kind of just chose to get over it, which is hard for me because I'm like super OCD.
Yeah, that was actually tough for you to decide to run.
Yeah, I'm like super OCD. There's gonna be guys that watch this who are like, I don't care, I would have done it in Crocs. I'm like OCD, dude, so like that doesn't work for me. Yeah, I put on the boots, and I mean, I'll tell you what, my feet do hurt, my knees hurt, definitely, but we got it done. You know, who cares? I think like Cam Hanes or like David Goggins, dude, you think they'd let that get in the way? Heck no. And in fact, Cam Hanes, he forgot his trail shoes the other day, and he ran in normal running shoes. And then he like fractured his ankle or something like that. So don't do that. So anyway, huge wins today, guys. I think we're gonna go get some Thai food. So let's go get some Thai food. Post a nice.
That looks pretty red.
Yeah, let's see. A nice spring roll for a post 9 miles in the mountains. Pleasant. Diet Mountain Dew. We gotta drive home, but first we gotta go look at some real estate. I shouldn't even say that. We'll see what happens, but I've always wanted to live out here and like buy land and stuff. So while we're out here, might as well look around. Tua HQ might get switched or do part-time here. We're not leaving Arizona though, but
No, we love Arizona.
we just need a summer home. Everyone's like, we need a winter home.
No,
we need a summer home.
need a summer home. It is too hot in Arizona right now.
Way too hot. Okay, welcome to part 2 now. One thing I see with runners now, I know I've been posting a lot of running content, but let it be very, very clear. Your boy's still a bodybuilder. So we gotta maintain and build muscle regardless if we are running 9 miles in the Tetons, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take you through my arm session today. Might do a little chest. Haven't told anyone this, but like, I low-key might have torn part of my pec like last week.
Did.
It was like pretty bad, but I don't want to tell anyone because I don't want to put out bad vibes into the universe, and I'm still supposed to bench 405 in the coming months, and I might have a torn pec, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. I see an issue with runners, and they all have small arms. I apologize to the runners out there.
your arms are small, but we're gonna do something about it because I'm not here just to make fun of you guys, okay? We're gonna teach you and all the guys out there who are doing something similar to me, how to get bigger arms, how to maintain your arm size, because those are the first things to go when you're running a lot. Your body realizes, hey, I'm running, I need to get better at running now. You know, specific adaptations to impose demands. Talked about it a million times. You do not need big biceps to run. Your biceps, probably your shoulders, your lats, you know, the muscles that give you that V-taper, those are gonna be the first to go if you're running a lot. So we need to do what we can here in the gym to make sure that doesn't happen. And so you can stay away from small arm syndrome, which a lot of runners have. With that being said, let's get into this session. So typically I'll start shoulders off with a compound movement. Now I like to go heavy on a shoulder press, but in this situation with my chest, I just want to be extra careful. So going higher reps, lighter weight, also a little bit of reduced range of motion. But onto there, we'll go to lateral raises where we will do all of the lateral raises. We do so many, guys, but in order to get both shoulders, you gotta do just so many, man, so many. When in doubt, just do some more lateral raises. Okay, so lateral raise number 1 variation is gonna be a cable. I like doing this basically where I'll actually like hold on to the side right here, the cable machine, and then lean into it. It puts a little bit more emphasis on like the lower half of the movement / the midpoint. If you come up straight like this, which is fine too, but it'll put a lot more of the weight at the kind of the upper half of the movement. So I'll actually start right here, and then once it gets hard, then I'll do kind of a couple of sloppy reps just at the top to finish off. But you feel a stretch even at the bottom, unlike a dumbbell. So that's why we save the dumbbells for later. Yeah, and then once it starts to get hard, I'll come up straight and finish them off. The only time for a runner I would pull back on the intensity and the volume is if like you're trying to peak for a race. Then yeah, pull back everything, let your body recover. Other than that, guys, high intensity. Feel that burn. I always like to superset my dumbbell lateral raises. I've just always done it and it feels good. I have no other explanation than that. So start heavy. I'll do the 20s, or sorry, the 25s, and then I'll drop to the 20s, sometimes the 15s as a drop set. I'll do that 3 to 4 sets. So now we're hitting some triceps while listening to some Drake push-ups. So anyway, we do 3 types of tricep movements. We do a normal extension, we do an overhead extension, and then I like to start with a compound movement, something like a dip. I'm not gonna do that today because my chest, but I would usually start with some sort of dip, like a dip machine preferably. Whether you do rope, flat bar, the V bar, I don't think it really matters that much. I just switch it off every single time, and whatever feels good that day is what I do. Big thing though, just make sure you're doing full range of motion. Full range of motion means you're gonna use more muscle, means you're gonna lose less muscle from running. Cheetah reps. We're getting there. We're gonna do a bicep curl, but we're gonna do it on the incline bench. We're doing this for a couple of reasons. When you're back like this, the dumbbells using gravity allow your arms to come straight down like this. It actually adds a really good stretch to your bicep, full range of motion. And so when we curl up, we're curling from a really stretched position. So this is an awesome way to start your bicep workout. We need more variation with these biceps, guys. You can't just do one curl and call it good. You gotta hit it from different angles. Different ranges of motion, but all high intensity. Woo! Sweet. Okay, so overhead tricep extension. Again, this is just a variation to hit the tricep in a different way. There's a couple ways you can set this up. You can set the cable up high, like I'm doing right now, or low. I used to set it up low, and I really like that. I feel the stretch better, but it also, if you have tendonitis or anything like that in your elbows, it's gonna jack you up. So I've been there, and that's why I had small triceps this year on stage, because I couldn't hit my triceps nearly as much, but they're slowly coming back. Anyway, so I'm gonna do it up high like this. So when you set it up high, you still gotta bend over properly so you have that stretch. Look like this. Try and stop me, baby. That's a tricep joke. Last 2 bicep exercises, I like to do a heavy barbell curl, and had one of those arm blasters, so I took full advantage of it. I don't usually go to this gym, but yeah, if you got an arm blaster, use it. It's fun to use. Other than that, just a heavy dumbbell curl and keep the elbows out in front. It's gonna just really overload the biceps from a somewhat front position. And then the last bicep exercise, I like to do some sort of hammer curl variation. Now, I don't like hammer curls with dumbbells all that much, so I'll just use the rope on the cable. So you get the benefit of a hammer curl, but also the benefit of the cable with the constant tension. So it should look like this. And what's really nice about this is if you have a mirror and some good lighting, you just look at yourself and look huge. This is just your average runner's physique right here. Mountain athlete build right here. Closet runner, upper body of a bodybuilder, lower body of a small gazelle. I'll cheat the last few. Yeah. That's how we train arms. Very similar to my bodybuilding routine. The only slight difference is maybe a hint less volume, but still enough volume to grow. What people don't understand is you don't have to max out volume all the time in order to grow, especially because I'm balancing this with so many other things, my strength training and my running. I do want to keep the volume a little bit lower, but still really high. So I'm playing this game right now, just trying to get away with as much as I can before my recovery starts taking a hit. Now, the biggest thing I'm noticing, especially because I have a Garmin now, by the way, I'm team Garmin now, is my sleep quality could definitely be better. I attribute the lack of sleep right now just to all the traveling I'm doing. And so as soon as I get that under wraps and back under control, my recovery should be really good, and then I'll be able to handle all this high intensity, high volume training. If you ever feel like you can't handle something or your recovery is starting to suck, instead of pulling back from your training or blaming your training, just look at your sleep, look at your nutrition, look at your stress, all those factors first. And then the last thing that should be looked at is your training. If you do need to take away volume, then you do. But hold on to it as much as you can, especially in this game of trying to maximize gains, building muscle and maintaining muscle while running. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a like. We are currently, I'm checking right now, 79 days out from Everest Base Camp. And then we are less than 4 weeks out from our 25K trail race, our first trail race ever. And then we're less than 6 weeks out from something that I haven't announced yet. So stay tuned for maybe the next video. I'll let you guys know. But I think that's everything that's coming up. We have a lot. Life's good, run far, lift heavy, get jacked. We'll see you in the next video. Peace out.